Have you ever wondered what would happen if you could steal ads that are proven to generate millions of dollars and use them for your business? Facebook ads are an incredible way to increase sales, which is why we're going to be covering which high converting Facebook ads you can copy to get more money pumping into your business. We're going to jump right into it by looking at some of the biggest and most successful advertisers on Facebook. We're going to see which of their ads have made them the most money, which of their ads could make you the most money, and which ads you should never, ever copy. But hey, before we get started, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. 70% of advertising campaigns fail to generate a profit. And I haven't just pulled that stat out of my ass. It comes from a study of ad campaigns with over $6 billion in ad spend compiled by the advertising research community. So yeah, most ads fail, which is why we're here today, to make sure your Facebook ads actually make you some money. We're going to cover number 1, who's making millions from Facebook ads right now. Number 2, how can you use proven Facebook ads to generate more sales? And 3, what ads should you avoid copying? That's a really, really important one. Plus, I'm going to give you a copying Facebook ads checklist and some copying Facebook ads do's and don'ts, so you can cut your costs and put some extra cash into your business. Okay, so who is making millions from Facebook ads right now? Well, the short answer is lots of people. Now, depending on what market you're in, you're going to be looking at the biggest advertisers in your industry. So if you're in the paving industry, you're going to probably already have an interest in paving, and you're probably going to be shown ads connected to the paving industry on Facebook. But if you want to kind of game the system, if you want to remind Facebook to show you ads from the biggest advertisers, all you need to do is treat Facebook like a search engine. Go into the search section here, type in whatever industry you're interested in, whichever industry you want to see ads for. So if it's paving, you type in paving. If it's internet marketing, then you type in the words internet marketing here. And basically that's all you really need to do to remind Facebook that this is what you care about and that this is what Facebook should be showing you ads about. As you can see, we've already got an ad for Alex Hormozy here. So who are the biggest guys, and are they genuinely generating millions? Well, some of the biggest guys I'll show you right now. Alex Hormozy, genuinely generating millions. He owns School together with his partner, whose name I've forgotten. But they're genuinely generating millions there. Frank Kern, this is all in the make money space, so the internet marketing space. Frank Kern, genuinely generating millions. Frank's a good guy, met him a few times. He's the real deal. Dean Graziosi, he partners with, he's a successful internet marketer in his own right, and partners with Tony Robbins, big self-help guru, known by many people, almost certainly by yourself. They're genuinely generating millions. But the question is, how helpful is that to you? And can you and should you be copying their ads? Will copying their ads help you grow your business? Well, the short answer is often no, but the slightly longer answer is sometimes yes. So that's what we're going to dive into this next section. We're going to look at the big guys generating millions that you should copy, or at least take inspiration from. But we're also going to look at which ads you definitely should not copy, because they'll probably just burn through your money and not make you any profits. Remember, the goal here is to not be part of the 70% of advertisers who are losing money. The goal here is to eventually become as big as Dean, Frank, and Alex Hormozy. That's the goal. Okay. So how can you use proven Facebook ads to generate more money for your business? Well, one way is to go into something called the ad library. So you go along to You figured out who the biggest advertisers are in the space that you want to advertise in. So if it's paving, if it's e-com, if it's SaaS, if it's internet marketing, if it's wheelbarrows, whatever it is, right? You figure out who those biggest advertisers are, a lot of the time simply by typing the thing in that you're interested in into Facebook. And you go along to the Facebook page, you go to the About section, you go to Page Transparency, you click See All. It says if they're running ads. So if they're running ads, it'll tell you. Click See All, go to Ad Library, and you'll see their ads. But it's not as simple as, well, if they're running ads, then we should copy them. It's really, really not that simple. It's a big mistake that people make. Don't do it, basically. So the most interesting ads, nine times out of 10, the most interesting ads to look at for any advertiser that you have confidence is doing well, or some level of confidence, are the oldest ads. If you can find ads that have been running for 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, the likelihood is the older the ad is, the more proven it is, and the more likely it is it's generating the person running that ad money, which means it could potentially be something for you to take inspiration from or copy. So let's go down and have a look. So if we look at the filter, you'll see that the default is at the moment of shooting is from 2018 to today's date. It's being shot in October of 2024, and it's by default showing us the active ads. If your settings aren't the same, then change your settings so that the filter show the exact same thing as you can see here. We're interested at the moment in active ads that they're spending money on every single day. That's the definition of an active ad. All right, so let's look down, and we're going to scroll. Some of these guys have got tons of ads. You can see we've scrolled quite a lot, and we're still in July. So today is October, so August, September, October. These ads have been running 3 months, so they're beginning to become interesting. But let's keep scrolling and see what's the oldest ad that we can find for Alex Hormozi. And it appears to be, where are we? April. Okay, now that's a really good sign. So April was the 4th month. These ads have been running for approximately 6 months now. There is almost zero chance that an established, experienced advertiser like Alex Hormozi is running ads for 6 months that aren't making him any money. So let's begin to look at them. Okay, you'll notice, or I've noticed, that almost all of his ads right now and for the last 6 months begin the same way. Huge announcement. I've never publicly endorsed anything until now. And they're all talking about his new business, new to him, school. So what we can see here is that for Alex, this ad copy, this text, is working really, really well. So what will have almost certainly happened is back in April of 2024, Alex wrote this, or his team wrote this, and it worked, and it made a ton of money. And then Alex will have either himself, or most likely to his team, said, make me a lot of ads that can complement, can go with this ad copy here. So what do we know? We know that the wording for this very well-known famous person has worked incredibly well. But there's a problem. He's incredibly well-known, and he, within our space, within the internet marketing space, he's incredibly famous. Now, if you're not from the internet marketing space, you may not know who this guy is. But in our world, he's mega, mega famous, if not the most famous right now. The problem is they've got so much clout, so much influence on an industry like ours that they can run ads that you or I, if we were to copy, would have no success with. So you have to be really, really careful with this. We haven't learned too much by looking at Alex Hormozi's ad account because, number one, it's the same ad copy all the way through. So if we were to try to copy this and it didn't work for whatever reason, we've only really been able to copy one
set of ad text. He used the same text in all of his ads and has done for the last 6 months. So it might not be a great starting point. So let's move on to another advertiser. Now, Frank is a big advertiser. He spent millions on Facebook ads, I know that for a fact, and has generated millions, if not tens of millions from ads. I also know that for a fact. So let's have a little look at his oldest ads. You can see here, started running in 2020. So these ads have been running for 4 years. It's a chunk of time. What do we learn from this? Well, 4 years ago, Frank ran this ad and it worked. It worked really well. And who knows the level of ad spend, but let's assume that he's spending at least $100 a day on these ads. It could be a lot more. It's still making him money to this very, very day. So what have we got here? How to get benefit using ugly ads. So the ugly ads thing, that's something that you wouldn't necessarily expect to be true. So you could take this structure and use it in your own headline for your thing that you're offering. Put it into something like ChatGPT. I mean, even if you are a great copywriter, something like ChatGPT is a really good tool. You tell ChatGPT, this is the thing that I'm offering. So how to get the closest shave as opposed to consulting clients. So I've got a really good razor. So how to get the closest shave. And here are some surprising facts about my product. And then you say to ChatGPT, this is a really good headline that has worked well in somebody else's ads. I want you to take that as the template, write me 10 headlines or 20 headlines for my company, which is the razor, leveraging these strange or unusual or remarkable facts about my product, and give me 20 headlines or give me 15 headlines. And just that one bit of information there could begin you down the road to a really, really successful ad. So length of time running is a big deal. Like if you're seeing something that's over a year old, or even over 9 months, 6 months, 9 months, that's a big deal. Then you need to be looking at these ads to see, is there anything that I can be taking from this? However, there is still a little bit of a problem. The problem is that in our world, Frank Kern is incredibly well known. And because he spent so much on advertising and so many people know him in our world, he can do things successfully that other people can't do successfully. So we have to be very cautious about what we copy and what we don't copy. So this is a really short ad. And generally speaking, in my experience, unless it's a retargeting ad, most short ads, and I'm talking about the words, not the video, tend not to work for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. They tend to burn out. Now, there are many, many exceptions, but the golden rule, in my experience, it does help that it's with a video. So if the video is good, that can carry the ad. But in my experience, the ads that last the longest tend to have the longest ad copy. There's a lot of different reasons for that. One of them is it tends to help Facebook optimize and find the people who the ad is intended for. But there's more to it than that. That's just one of the reasons. So let's see if we can find another one of his old ads. So this is 2 years old now. Okay, 2.5 years old. Let's have a look how long this is. And this is, what we would describe as probably long copy here. Now, this could be worth copying and pasting into something like ChatGPT, some kind of AI. Do it yourself, of course, if you want to, and say, please tell me what the structure of this ad is. Give me an outline for this ad, and then I want you to write a new ad for me that uses this same structure. And then you give them the information about your business and about your product and about your offer. That's one way that you can leverage these. But there's something that we've touched on already that I think is really, really important for you to realize. If we just copy every single ad from every single big advertiser, there could be problems. What we ideally want to find is some smaller advertisers with long-running ads Reason being is if you're a smaller advertiser, I'm going to show you an example here. If you're a smaller advertiser like Chris, so Chris is someone who I know pretty well, and he's a really good Facebook advertiser, like really good. If I see that Chris has got ads that have been running for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, he's not a household name, okay? People don't know who he is in the same way that they know Dean Graziosi or Alex Hormozy. He's not that level of celebrity, right? If he's been running ads for this period of time, they're really good ads and they're working for him, and there's probably something I can take from that. So if in your industry there is a smaller name advertiser or a no-name advertiser and they've got ads that have been running for a long time, there's gold in them hills, you know? Like, you really want to be looking at those. So the thing that I noticed with Chris is a lot of his ads weren't running right now. And now I know Chris quite well. And I know that he runs, or I believe I know, that he runs ads kind of seasonally. He doesn't let them all run for very long periods of time, for various reasons that I won't go into, because it's not my place to. So what I did is I actually looked for his inactive ads, and I started looking for ads that ran for a long period of time. Now, you can see 11th of October to 11th of October, he killed that ad. That's a bad ad, okay? Or at least it was bad for him. This ran for 4 days, not a great ad for him. And I'm just scrolling, looking for ads that lasted more than a few days. All right, so here at the bottom, we've found some ads that ran for all of August, all of September, and all of October, 3 months. So there's a very, very high chance that this ad structure here and the wording here is good. Now, most well-written ads will work for years to come. So because I have this insight, or I believe I have this insight about Chris, there's a pretty high likelihood that if you were to take the structure of this ad, some of the wording from this ad, without completely copying and pasting, it would probably work for you. Because, well, number one, Chris is a really great Facebook advertiser, and number two, this ad ran for 3 months straight and almost certainly made him a lot of money. So this is when sometimes it can be really good to dive into the inactive ads of an advertiser when maybe they have a seasonal product, maybe they sell Christmas products. Well, if they sell Christmas products, they're probably not going to run that ad in July, okay? They probably only run those ads October, November, December. Well, you can look at their inactive ads for the year before to maybe get some ideas for this year. All right, so yeah, let's go to the checklist now of the do's and don'ts of copying, stealing, taking inspiration from Facebook ads. So, number one, if you are looking to do research on ads that you have never run before, in an industry that you've never run ads in before, use Facebook like a search engine. Go along to the search bar, type in the thing that you're looking, the name of the niche or the product or the offer that you're looking to run. Let Facebook show ads to you. It's a really good way of discovering ads. Also, of course, if you know people in your industry that are already running ads, go along to their Facebook page, go to the About section, go to the section with page transparency, go to ad library, and look at the ads they're running for inspiration. But remember, not all of the ads are going to be good for you. So make sure that you go to their oldest ads that have been running for years and see if there's anything that you can take inspiration from. If it's a few weeks old, it's no good. If it's 2, 3, 4 months old or 2, 3, 4 years old, there's probably going to be gold in there. So we looked at the Frank advertisements, the old Frank advertisements here. There's probably something in there that's going to be really useful to copy or take inspiration from. But remember, don't take the most recent posts. Okay, really, really important to almost ignore the most recent posts. Also, if you know that if you're offering a seasonal product, then remember that you can look at inactive ads for people who aren't advertising right now, but you know have successfully ran ads in the past, and you can still take inspiration from it, like we did here with Chris Rochlow. So, do's and don'ts. Do look at the biggest people in your industry. You're going to get some inspiration and some great ideas, but don't be fooled into thinking that because it works for these guys, it will work for you. Do look at the small advertisers. Smaller advertisers who've been running ads for months are probably going to give you the best ideas, because they have to have good ideas. These guys can run ads, these really famous people can run ads that are a kind of 6 out of 10 and still make millions, because they've already invested millions into their brand. They're really well known. It's much easier when you're really well known. When you're not really well known, someone like Chris here, you have to work harder. You have to be better at your craft. You have to be better at the thing you do. You have to write better copy, make better videos, do everything better. It's just the way it is. So these are the guys, if you can find them, that you really should be looking at.
Strategies like this are packed into something new we've created for free for people looking to grow their sales online. It's called the Codex. If you're serious about growing your business, go check it out for free at client-cloning.com. I'll put the link under the video.